Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz. We are once again back in the world of Derail Valley, and it has been a little while, hasn't it? So the game started me off way in the middle of nowhere. If you watched the last video, I derailed just as we got to a bridge at some point where the game just decided to reverse the direction of the engine's movement for some reason. It was very weird. But I have been told by Andy and Indy the game is patched out quite a lot more now, and Andy in particular, who was having similar issues to me where he just couldn't get to go above sort of 25 without derailing the train, has had a lot more success going at more reasonable speeds now. So we're going to give this another go and see how we go today. If we've been here, I don't recognise the oil rigs. They might be new. Oil, are they called oil derricks? I don't know. Whatever they are, the oil things, they're new. Doesn't look entirely familiar, although those look sort of familiar, don't they? So because we haven't played for a while, and because we're in the middle of nowhere, all the stuff disappeared from our inventory. So we need to find the lost and found, which is a new thing they've added in since I last played. And buggered if I know where it is. I assumed it would be in the station. Okay, that's interesting. Is it on the train, perhaps? Is it in the cab? It's not either of these drawers or anything, is it? No. Okay. Let's go for a look in a train then. Let's also have a look around the station. Is this going to be anywhere? Or is this it? Well, that sort of is it, actually, isn't it? I think that is the lost and found. That's our wallet, so at least we've got our money back. We don't have our map or anything, but you can, I think you can use it. You can buy those in certain places, the maps. Could you get it from one of the vending machines? Obviously, we don't have the vending machine in here, which is a bit of a pain, isn't it? And we also don't have our map of everything else. We'll just have to try and do it by, play it by ear, I guess. So there are a few jobs around. There's a nice short one here which just goes, oh, it's just within the oil well. We don't really want to do that, do we? And that's the same again. Oh, I see what it did there. It locks it to a thing in front. That's quite cool, actually. Oh, it didn't work. Why isn't it working now? Oh, I don't know. Well, anyway, I guess we're going to take this one. It's the only one with any sort of distance to it, isn't it? So to accept, we do now have to insert into the job validator, which is a new thing. It used to be you just took it and you were sorted. And it gives you a book, which shows you just what you need to do. But not where necessary. Or I suppose it does show you where it is. So we need to go to 005. Let's pop this in here. There's nothing else we can do here, is there? What's that clipboard over there? Is absolutely nothing. Okay. So, this is not a map of the thing. We are going to need to figure out where we are and where we need to go, I suppose. What is the job? From Oil Well North. I guess there's only one oil well, right? To harbour and town. So it should be to harbour and town, even though harbour and town are separate things. Or is it one thing but just different routes into it? Oh, I don't know. That's confusing, isn't it? That's confusing. I guess harbour or town, perhaps? Don't rightly know. Okay, this could go very wrong, couldn't it? So it's 005, wasn't it? So that's IO3, SO2. This one doesn't have a thing, but there's nothing else over there. LO6. Oh, 005 is this one here. It's these two here. Okay, so we need to get these two here. They can only go in one direction by the look of it. Oh, no, they can go in either direction. And we really do need a map. We'll have a look in the cab and see if this happens to have a map in it. It does not. Okay, this is great. This is great. How do we figure out which way we need to go? All we have in our inventory is this. There was an option in here to refresh the lost and found. I wonder if that does absolutely nothing. Okay, excellent. And there's still nothing in our inventory. So I feel like that was something we bought, and it's now taken it away from us. Well, there's a map. Okay. So it doesn't matter which route you go out of here. I don't have a pen, so we're just going to have to remember this, people. It's going to make it tricky, isn't it? So we need to go It's harbour and town we needed to go to. So when you come out of here, when we get to the first junction, go to the left. At the next junction, what's the quickest way down there? The next junction, go left again. So it's left, left, and then right. And then if we just follow that, if we go too far at this one, we just go to a dead end. So if we go left, left, and then right, and then just follow it past the next junction. Okay, we can do that. So it looks like there should be only one route out of here. So I suppose this just circles round on itself, does it? Yeah, okay, so if we just go for the front of this one here, then perfect. Ooh, missed. Okay, try that again. Oh, now we cannot enter the cab. Oh, there we go. Weird. Okay, we are in, though. So we need to start that up. Wonderful. Put it into forward gear. Like that. Take the brake off. On we go. Not too fast, I suppose. What have we got? We'll turn the fan on. We'll turn the headlights on. And we'll turn the cab lights on, because I like to have this going here. We don't have a signal changer. How do you change the signals if you don't have a signal changer? Huh. That's interesting, isn't it? So, is that one going to throw us off wherever that's already going to the left, so that's fine. This one's going to the left, which we need to change. But we can't. We cannot change it, and we don't have a signal changer in our inventory. Maybe that isn't the lost and found? But it has to be, right? And there's nothing else that's arrived around here because we hit reset, is there? Okay, I might need to go and Google this, I think, to figure this out, because, yeah, we definitely need the signal changer. Without that, we are a little bit stuck, aren't we? Okay, so I looked it up a little bit, had a bit of a Google around, and it does seem to be a bit of a known bug. There's a few people that seem to have had it, and the general advice was there are two things you could try. One was to use an in-game command. If you press the tilde button and bring the... I haven't got that on still, have I? No. Bring the command line up. You can put player.give essential items, which is supposed to give you the essential items back. That did not work. That command no longer exists. Someone else said if you just travel for ages... So where's the in-game map here? I know I've got one in my inventory now. Let's just go over here for the sake of it. So we started at Oilwell North. We are now at the steel mill. So we travelled all the way down there. And it still didn't reappear in my inventory like it was supposed to, and it still wasn't in the lost and found over there. So my shunter is... You can just see it just over there, just in line with my blue things. That sort of square block over there is my shunter. Because I came through here, the one thing I did find, it did sort of prove useful. Is there another shunter around here? I might have to reset the trains. If I say restart, that'll put that there. Yes, perfect. It's going to be right in the way otherwise. So I did travel around about 40-50 kilometers an hour and had no problems at all, which was great. You can hear a little bit of delete. I feel like that's some sort of developer command, and it isn't supposed to be there for me, but that's fine, we'll ignore it. Yeah, 40-50, you can hear a bit of squealing on some of the corners where it's obviously just starting to go, but it didn't actually derail at any point. And then towards the end, where I was basically at the point where I was going to give up, I whacked the throttle up to maximum, the speed went up to max, which I think is 80 or 90 kilometers an hour, and then went around a couple of corners, coming down here, without any problems at all. The only reason that I got out here was because the engine overheated and broke. So going at full whack, I actually managed to break the engine before the engine derailed, which is a huge, huge accomplishment. And as I was here, I popped in and had a look around for my lost items, couldn't find them, but this is one of the areas where we do have the inventory purchasing system, which is wonderful. So I was able to buy back for like $1,300, which means I now only have $1,700 to my name. The items that we needed, so I bought a remote, a map, and a schematic for the stations. I've not bought any of the guides. That's useless to us. We don't need the shovel or the lighter, because they're going to be for the steam engine. And the steam engine, we can't even... Where is the steam engine? I don't even know where the steam engine license is now. I don't know. Oh, it's this one here. It's the SH282. So we need 20 grand to get that. Ooh, not even close. Not even close. Anyway, so hopefully we'll have something that's a little shorter than we had. I need to stop relying on in-world movement. So we don't want a shunting job. They're out. Shunting job is out. Shunting job is out. So in terms of the whole jobs, 33, 33, 53, 33. For an extra 20 minutes, you don't get much extra there, do you? And in fact, these three here are all going to the same location. You're just taking slightly more goods with you with these two. So I may as well take one of these, hadn't I? And earn an extra, well, I suppose it's only an extra grand, but as I just threw away a few grand, it is an extra carriage look. That's why it's a bit more. So we'll take this one here. That's what we'll do. So we shall pop this into the machine. Take our job booklet, put that in here. In fact, no, we should look at our job booklet. That's what we should do. So, where are we going? Machine factory in town. We need to get track 014. Where is 0? Where's our shunter? Our shunter's over there. Where is our shunter, actually? I suppose we could teleport to last known good locomotive. I thought it was up here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I see it over there. You could just about see it there, couldn't you? So 014 we're looking for. So we could also look at the carriage numbers, couldn't we? CFF 00528 on 014. So it's not these. It looks like this one here. It's not that one there. It's this one here we're going for. And where is it going? Machine factory in town, right? So let's take a look at this. So we're in the steel mill, facing this way. Machine factory in town is... Oh, it's all over here. That's an awkward one, isn't it? So we are going to want to go this way, and then we'll go past here, past the farm, and then up here. That's what we'll do. So we're going to want to go that way, so we need to get the shunter on the other side of this, of these carriages. So let's go get in our shunter and start moving. Oh. Thank you. If it wasn't going to let me pull the horn for a second, I was going to immediately quit the game in shock and horror. So yes, on first glance, obviously we haven't pulled any carriages yet, but certainly going up to 90 kilometers an hour, sustained for a good sort of 30 seconds around a couple of corners, and there was at least one. I mean, there was one I was going at about 50k. There was a corner I thought it was definitely going to throw me off here, but it would be a good test, and it didn't. So it does seem like they've done a lot of work on the derail mechanics, which is really, really nice. Visual-wise, there seems to be a lot more foliage around, a lot more trees around and that sort of thing. I did see one of the patches stop stuff coming through the tracks, which was one of the issues we had previously. We saw that quite a lot. There's a fair bit of pop-in and like model pop-in, so you get rocks suddenly appearing out of the ground. And also like these stutters that you'll see as well, where it's obviously gone, "Ooh, I need to load a bit of stuff up, give me half a second." There's a lot of that going on still, but it is super early access still though, so we have to be slightly forgiving of it all. So I'm assuming, oh, this is definitely set to go to the right, actually, as in stage right, so it's going to go to our left. And it does obviously mean we are actually going to have to travel backwards as well when we get to our actual goods. Oh, it's not actually set. I wonder if it changes based on... Yeah, no, I forgot that was a thing. Okay. So what was it to... Keep pulling the trigger. It's not the trigger. Is it clicking in the stick? No. Pressing A? Pressing A. There we go. And so we'll just go check these as well. Those two look fine, don't they? Okay. Got to just put that back in my inventory for now. And then go back to whizzing around with teleport. It's going to be weird travelling backwards for all of this distance. Can you ping the map? No, I was wondering if it would ping there, but you can... Ah, there we go, yeah, and you can't change the orientation of... No, it is definitely fixed, isn't it? Oh, we can have a few things. Okay. Oh, my word. Why isn't it working now? There we go. That's quite cool. I like that. And it's ever so slightly in the way, isn't it? We could put it... and we can't put it there. So that's more for equipment, isn't it? Well, you can pop it there, look. Okay. It's quite cool. And we're going for the far left? Yeah, we're going for the far left. Or our far right, sorry. Our far left, and we're facing this way. So we should need to start applying the brakes soon. That looks about perfect, doesn't it? That looks about perfect. So, where is our changer? So that needs to go to the right. That needs to go to the right. And that needs to go to the right. And that should be about it. I'm going to put the map back in the inventory because it's a bit silly having it there. We'll actually have it on the table when we get moving, but for now let's just get ourselves connected up. "30 kilometers is probably a little fast to be hurtling towards our goods with. A little bit of a collision there, but there we go. We are fully attached. So let's just put that down a little bit just to get it moving, shall we? Right, so let's put the map here. In fact, we could probably now put the map there, couldn't we? So yes, we're going to come down here. We're going to go right at the junction just outside of here. And then left at this one by the farm if it needs us to. It might not need us to. Probably go a little faster. That's a good one to leave down there, isn't it? So it's this junction just at the end here, I'm guessing, isn't it? Yes, it is very close, isn't it? So what is that saying it's going to do? I think it says it's going to go left, isn't it, by the look of it? Oh no, it says it's going right. We're okay. Stow your guns, boys. We're okay. Oh, but my old shunter is in the way. I thought it would get rid of that. We might have to push that the whole way. Okay, let's pop the brakes on, and we'll if I can get it started and just get it going, I might just do that. This one is facing the right way though, isn't it? But I mean, we could pull both of them, couldn't we? And then we're facing the right way, and I like that. And our fuel's okay, because that's one of the few things obviously that would have been used up a bit more. This seems crazy, but it's going to happen now. I could have just taken it and moved it around. Got it off the track, but why not take a spare with us, eh? And why not smash into ours? our existing one with a bit of gusto, and it lights up our cab for us. That's not what I intended to do, that's what I wanted to do. We should probably pop into this one and turn the brakes off here. But I should just turn this engine off. Where's the kill switch? Oh, am I in a weird place in my room? I think I am. Put it in neutral. Where are we in the world? Oh, let's pop that here. And I think, I didn't turn the lights off, did I? Won't let me get in it now. There we go. I thought killing the engine would kill the lights. That should do it. That's a bit better. That's a bit less terrifying, isn't it? So we are obviously pulling a little bit of weight here. Perhaps a bit more than the shunt is designed for. It doesn't seem to be going very well, does it? Okay, well... lesson learnt. Hopefully we'll stop all of the carriages behind us. I'm going to have to go put the brakes on in this one as well. Don't think I'm supposed to go here. Right. So if we where's this one going? Going the wrong way. Well, I wanted that. Let's not lose that one. And then if we move this one backwards and take our map with us, because that'd be very silly. This should now go the other direction. And we are free to jump in this one and carry on our merry way. Goodbye, little carriage, you served us well. Have fun wherever you go. Look at it go, look. Okay, pop that back there. Oh dear. We're going the wrong way. We actually want to follow that little carriage. It's a bit of a pain, isn't it? Okay. Went wrong on the absolute first junction. So we have to go back to that tree line to come along that other path there. I wonder if we'll catch up with that carriage. It wasn't going hugely fast, was it? We might do. Oh, that was a little bit of a jerk there from the carriage. I was a bit concerned about a derailment. Okay. You have derailed. You can find the restart button in the menu. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? That's a bit of a shame. So has it left all of that stuff on the track? No, I don't think it has. We need to get a different job. And this is going well, this, isn't it? This is going well. Only took 25 minutes to do nothing so far. It's not bad. Obviously, the derailment is still a bit of an issue. Hello? Why did you do that? Why did you turn me around? let's just take the cheaper one with the fewer... That's the one I want. Oh, there is one for this from the steel mill to the farm. That's very quick. It's only a couple of grand, but as we are a little time sensitive at the moment, maybe we should do that, hey? So we need to take S09 to the farm. Where is S09? It could be these three here. I should look at the CBK00678. So not these ones. Not those ones. 678. So it's these. Annoyingly, it also has this attached. That's a bit of a pain, isn't it? 10-minute job, it says, but you've got to faff around with all that. Alright, I guess we will. It doesn't look like we've got much choice on the matter, does it? It's definitely 678. 678, yeah, you... Alright. Fine, let's do that. Let's go get in our new shunter. New and improved. Okay then, so hopefully this time we'll manage to do this a little better. There's no easy way of just like turning the engines around, is there? So you're facing the right way. Which I know it probably isn't so much of an issue with the shunter, but I would like to move forward where I can. It'd be nice if they all had like a loop built into them somewhere so you could do that. And we do need to go the other side of the station house again, don't we? Okay, so I think this one's going the right direction already. Yes, it is. That's perfect. Not wasting any time with this one. Let's just go, boys. Let's go. That's the wrong direction. Why did that change? That was definitely going the other... It must change depending on where you come from then. Because it was definitely going... I looked at the little sort of ball lever at the bottom. I was using that to judge. And it was over on the left and now it's over on the right. Oh yes, it's on my belt, isn't it? Panic every time it's not there. Right, so now we're okay. Now we're going to go in the right direction. I think the next one's fine. We can't really push the stuff, can we? Because we need to move stuff around from it first. Okay. We'll ignore that. So it's not this first one, it's the middle one we need, isn't it? I do believe. Yeah, so it's 1, 0, 1, 2, and these empty bits we don't need, and then 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8? 6, 7, 8, the ones we need, and then these two empty ones that we need to move off. Quite why the station hasn't prepared that already. If that's one of the jobs they have going, it's very poor on whoever the station manager is. I should be writing a formal letter of complaint to the station manager. So it's like it should be used for something, doesn't it? So we're going to need to go to this, almost right to the end of this little section here. Okay. So this one is going to need to change for sure. Oh, went too far. That one's going to need to change. We need to come along here. And then this one's fine, because it's this one, isn't it? Wish it wouldn't do that. I wish it wouldn't just spin you around out of nowhere. 6, yeah, so that's right now. So we do actually get to go forward for a little while, which is a lovely change of pace. Probably not too fast though. I mean, 30 will probably do. I mean, you should remember how to. It's just turning that, I think, isn't it, to change where the where you disconnect things. That shouldn't be too bad. I was a little bit preemptive there, wasn't I? Perfect. So we'll do that. Then we'll do that. Then we'll do that, and just the 2 flatbeds should come with us. Perfect. And then we'll just bomb it past the junctions a little bit, and we'll figure out where we are and where we're going to put them. Don't really care where they go in the world. As long as I don't derail, that's the main thing, isn't it? We're going to go past this one as well. Not quite, that's fine. If we just change this one. Now it's pushing stuff that we derailed with before. I don't know if that's just because pushing is a bit more awkward than standard pulling the carriages. It might be. So that should be us disconnected from those now. They are well out of our way. So we'll go past this one. Give it the old switcheroo. And then go and get the goods we actually need. And then we'll see if we can actually complete a mission. A very short one, but nonetheless, if we can complete a mission, I will be pretty damned happy with the game. We did have the one derailment, but I was faffing around a bit before that, wasn't I? So maybe I sort of did that to myself a little bit. Is this going to be absolutely perfect? That's going to be absolutely perfect. Perfect. And then it's 3 we need, so we'll disconnect there. Then we take the brake off, we put it in reverse. We get the accelerator going. And off we go. We've got 3 carriages. I suppose if I just turn the accelerator off. 6, 7, and 8. That is exactly what we need. Off. So let's get the map out. Let's take a proper look at this. So we want to go right at the very next junction, which is not what we did last time. So we might need to change it before we get there. And then left at the next one, and then we're at the farm. Bish bash bosh, job done. How fast are we going? 30. 30's reasonable. Might not even have much time to get the speed up anymore. There we go, that's that changed. This is where we should have gone the first time round. So in fact, the locomotive from the previous journey that I had wasn't actually much of an issue, was it? Left at the next one, and then that's actually it. Job done. So where in the farm is this going? Farm SO5. Farm's actually quite big, isn't it? So we're coming from the north, aren't we? Okay. That'll do. Oh, we have picked up a little bit of speed there, haven't we? I think 55 is probably more than enough. So I'm really impressed with the progress they've made with the game. I'm sure there's a bit more vegetarians. Nope. Vegetation around than there was last. I'm sure it looks a little different. Could just be I haven't really seen this area before, I suppose, but I'm sure it does. Yep, we need to go left here, that's fine. We're going the right direction. We'll have to start applying the brakes in a minute, so we can, because we're actually going almost 60 now. Oh my word, that's wrong. Turn the accelerator off, I suppose, would help. I think that's wrong anyway. SO6, maybe it's not. I don't want that, do I? Well, I suppose I do. Where are we taking it? SO5, okay. Oh no, so we've actually gone right. That's that. We're in this bit here now, so we're actually okay. So we just need to go. At this point, get rid of that. At this point, I can't actually travel at the moment, can I? I can't put that anywhere? Okay. We're going to go left there. We want to go left there. And then we want to go right there. And this is SO5. We're going to want to back it in, aren't we? We're going to want to back it in. Okay. We might be able to just push it out of the way. No, because then we're stuck in the middle. We don't want to do that. Yeah, okay. So we need to change that one. And go straight on. And then back it. Oh, hello. That was a big old patch of black. I wonder if you guys saw that, or if that was just limited to the headset. Okay, so we are going the right direction. Nope, not that. Accelerator. Or throttle. I'm trying to announce our arrival at the farm. There we go. I'm not going to touch the throttle. No, touch the throttle. I don't touch the throttle anymore, because it did creep up to almost 60 last time. And we didn't derail with 3 carriages. I know they're empty, but still. I feel like that's a major accomplishment for the game. They seem to have done a lot of work with the derail stuff, and it actually has made a really massive impact, so props to the devs on that. So that's all good. Need to get the carriages past the next junction and then back them onto this one here with these, I was going to say industrial looking carriages, but the same carriages we've got there, I suppose, really, aren't they? They're not all that different. Not very farm-like. That's a bit more farm-like. That looks like it could be some grain or something, but I suppose that could be livestock, couldn't it? Take it back. I'll take it back. That's the station house. Maybe? Door looks like it might be shut, so I'm not so sure on that. Let's bring this off then. We're going to need to start slowing down pretty soon. We're going to need to get all 3 of the carriages past this junction we're on here. And that's a little hard to judge. I'm pretty sure that's going to make it though, isn't it? Yeah. So this one needs to go to the right. This one needs to go to the left. Is that right? No, that's wrong. That one needs to go to the right. And that puts us on... No. Oh no, that was right. It was right. This is SO5. I got confused. That sign confused me. So that has now taken us to SO5. We came up SO6. That's SO5. Yep. Perfect. And this is going to be a little harder to judge because obviously I have zero visibility of what's coming. Well, that works, doesn't it? I don't want to go too fast at all, seeing as it had some problems before, which I'm sure the derailment we had before was because we were going backwards. I was concerned then it's going to go straight down SO6, but it's gone the right way. As long as we can get them all on SO6, we're basically sorted. I'm not so sure that is the station house, because there's no lost and found shed next to it, is there? So as long as we can get them all past this junction, I think we're basically good. So there the tracks have diverged fully. That seems like it's gone far enough, doesn't it? I do want to try and get it a little closer, just so the game can't try and rob me of anything. I want to get inside. Oh dear. Oh dear. Really should be braking at this point. It's actually in range of the other carriages, though. That's worked out okay, hasn't it? So we're going to put it back into reverse, take the brake off. Perfect. Right, let's go find the station house. It's not that. I don't think I've actually ever been to the farm before. It's all rather new and exciting. Where's the station house? Is that the shed? That's not the shed. Is it this? Nope. It's got to be that one over there, right? Next to the lost and found shed. If my stuff's appeared in the lost and found shed now, oh, I would have been very angry. So if we go in here and put this in here. Oh my word. We just completed a job. We just completed a job in Derail Valley. That may seem like a relatively inconsequential thing if it's the first time you've seen it, but that is a major, major achievement for the game. I know we didn't go far, but the fact we got anywhere at all is absolutely huge. So there we go. What I'm going to do just to finish off is I'm just going to pop this up to, once we get past the junctions, pop the throttle up to full. And we'll just see if we can get a little bit of distance going at full speed again. There's a nasty corner straight away after these junctions here, isn't there? So that'll be an interesting test to start with. We're already going at 35 kilometers an hour. Just pop it, maybe not straight up to max. We'll ease up to max. So we're now going at 80 kilometers an hour, a speed I don't think I could even get to before they fix the derail mechanics. It's not much of a corner, but this is the sort of corner that would have caused a massive amount of headache originally. And you can see our engine temperature creeping up, but you can also see, we suppose we could just take that off really, couldn't we? We don't really need to have the throttle on. Still travelling at 90 kilometers an hour, through some junctions in a station. I know we're going straight, but nonetheless, it's the sort of thing that could have problems normally. I wonder, because it's actually completely maxed out, I wonder what our actual speed is if we just keep the throttle on. Must be going substantially more than 90 kilometers an hour. So this is a nice little corner. See if we get around this one, shall we? So you can, that's what I said. I said that you could hear the wheel screeching, as it's obviously just telling you this is a bit dangerous. You might be going a little fast with this corner. Might want to just ease off a little bit, but not us. As soon as that goes below 90, we're putting the throttle on again. It's a weird piece of land. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, quite obviously, if you watched any of the previous videos, the fixes have been huge. There we go. There's where we finally derail. And what a derail. Oh, we actually managed to tip the cab. That's huge. Never managed that before. That's interesting. But yeah, I mean, there we go. There that goes. So this was a fairly substantial corner to be taken at 90 kilometers plus an hour. So it's not at all surprising it derailed. What is very nice is the way it derailed. Normally it just kind of derails and just chunks off the track and that's it. But this one with the windows breaking, with it kind of nose diving into the ground because it's going downhill and then finally tipping over, that's awesome. That's not something I've got anywhere near close to seeing it do before. That's a really sort of realistic behavior in a weird way. We've broken the game immediately. There we go, that's better. It doesn't like you trying to teleport into derailed cabs in that way, though, does it? Where was I? Is it all the way over here? It is. We went quite far, didn't we? Let's just try that again, see if we can break the game again. Oh, I don't think we can. Well, there we go then. We actually managed to complete a job in Derail Valley. We are still miles away from the... What have we got now? 4,000, did I see? Why can't I pick that up? What on earth is going on? Don't know. I think I have broken the game a little bit. I can't seem to be able to take anything out of my inventory. That works, but I can't actually get out of the... can't pick anything up. So, oh well. I think we've got about $4,000, so we're still way short of the money we need to get the steam locomotive, which is obviously the next exciting thing. I would like to see that, so I'd like to see me do a couple more missions, build up a bit more money over a couple of videos. I probably don't have the time to do it off camera, unfortunately, though I can try. But let me know down below if you want to see that, if you want to see me build up to the steam locomotive, and so you can see that in action. I'd be really excited to see that. I think you guys would be too, but do let me know down below if that's the case. If you've enjoyed this video, and if you've enjoyed the updates to Derail Valley, which obviously, like I say, have made a huge amount of difference, please do click the like button. That is really appreciated. Just looking around and just noticing the different varieties of grass we've got in this little area. So we've got like the normal sort of green tufts of grass, like these sort of snot green ones here. We've got these slightly different spring green ones. We've got these leafy plants. We've got these reeds. We've got a whiter grass over there. That's quite a substantial amount of different sort of foliage to have in one area for a game like this, really, isn't it? That's quite impressive, really. Yeah. Devs are doing a really good job. I'm really looking to see the game progress, and I don't know if it'll expand much. Obviously, I'd like to see it expand and get different biomes and that sort of thing and travel through some snowy areas, but it's all early days yet, isn't it? So if you've enjoyed the video, click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Any questions or comments, as I said, leave them down below. If you want to see me carry on with the series in the near future rather than leaving it until there have been a few more updates, do let me know down below. Don't forget, I do stream every Wednesday at 6 PM, so come along and say hello there. Otherwise, I will see you next time in Derail Valley, or if not, in some other magical VR adventure. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.